5 new items in my camera bag as a sports videographer in 2026. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Pete Gottschalk, content producer at Major League Baseball. If you're new here, we do sports videography, tutorials, vlogs, lifestyle stuff. On this channel, I try and talk about things that'll help y'all become better videographers, as well as try to crack dumbass jokes and entertain you in the process. In today's video, we're gonna be going over 5 recent items that I've added to my camera bag. When I say recent, I mean in the last, year or so. I would consider that recent time. And these are just things that I've used at various events, postseason games, all-star games, and stuff like that. It has helped me execute certain projects and get better shots and generally be a better sports videographer, because ultimately, I'm always trying to grow, of course, always trying to become a little bit better. So the first item I want to talk about is this Retropia glow filter. Now, if you are in the videography space, give Retropia a follow. This is not an ad at all, but they make some really cool stuff, including like specific flashes, vintage flashes, a bunch of different filters and things like that, and including this one. This is the vintage glow filter. So it's gonna kind of give you this almost 1970s halation glow effect, kind of very warm colors, almost like a Super 8 in a way, but a little bit more creative and kind of with a modern twist. Let me take it out of the box here. This one is for an 82mm lens across, or 82mm like diameter, whatever that's called. I don't know, I'm not a nerd. If I hold it up to the camera, you can kind of see that kind of warmth to it. Let me just do this. So it gives you that kind of warm halation look, but overall, it's a really cool thing. You can get it in different sizes as well. One place I did use this recently that I really liked was Wrigley Field, and obviously Wrigley Field is over 100 years old, and it made sense to use it there with that vintage glow filter. It doesn't make much sense to use it in Atlanta, just because it's such a new modern stadium and things like that when I shoot games for the Braves. I used it a little bit in All-Star recently. Yeah, this is definitely something that I would suggest if you want kind of a creative look, if you want kind of a different look, or maybe you're filming something specifically for that vintage feel. I think this is a really cool thing to have in your bag, and it just gives you a little bit of variance in your shots, which is always good. The second piece of gear that I want to talk about, and they might be controversial, it might seem weird, but they're these meta glasses. We got 2 pairs of meta glasses each through work. One are these Oakley Vanguards, which are amazing sunglasses, and then the other are these ones that I was wearing during the Home Run Derby last week. These Houstons, I do not remember what they are called, but they're clear frame non-sunglasses. So if you saw me wearing glasses on the broadcast, these were those. I did not just start wearing glasses. But as you can see, these are some massive sunglasses on your face. I like these for 2 reasons. One, they're an amazing sunglass for sports. So they're great for working sporting events down at batting practice. They're great. It's sometimes hard to film in them, of course. Also running, things like that when you're doing physical activities. These are just a great pair of sunglasses. They're very high quality, obviously made by Oakley. And then 2, the other reason I like them, they have this camera right in the middle. On these ones, the non-sunglasses, the camera is off to the side. The camera in this one is right in the middle, so I like it better. It has a better centering on your eyes and what your eyes actually see. So these things shoot up to 3K for 3 minutes at a time. They can shoot photos as well. There's just a button here, or you can talk to them, of course. There's a hyperlapse mode as well, which I haven't really tested out yet. I'm gonna keep these on while I do this whole segment, of course. Hopefully you guys can see this Bud Light in the reflection that I'm currently drinking. It's a Saturday, I'm sorry, sue me. Overall, I think as a behind the scenes tool, these are just incredible. Now they're a couple $100, of course, like any good pair of sunglasses will be, including a camera in the middle. But I think from a behind the scenes perspective, and as a videographer, if you want to capture stuff like that and easy content, it's a really useful tool. It really is. Now there are some other features that certain people might not like. Having an AI engine in your ear is certainly something you get used to. It is certainly new, and it is certainly interesting. But overall, I think as a tool for a videographer and someone who is in content, not even just a videographer or photographer, someone who is in social media or just wants a general perspective, I think having a camera right here conveniently on your face is very unique, and you can capture your life's moments. So take it with a grain of salt. We got these for work. They're a few $100, but it's something that I've added to my camera bag that I really enjoy messing around with, and that I really think captures some pretty useful and really, really unique content. All right, let me take these things off now. I'm inside. Number 3 is my Canon PowerShot V1. Now, I've talked about this somewhat in other videos. You're actually watching this video right now on the Canon PowerShot, so I'm gonna flash up some images of it and some other shots of it. But basically, it's a point and shoot camera that was released a year or 2 ago by Canon, and it's really high quality. You can shoot 4K 60, you can shoot log. It has a zoom lens from, I believe, 16mm to 50mm. Now that aperture is not fixed, but overall, I think having a camera that is high quality, that I can just whip out, shoot 4K, 4K 60, has ND filters as well, is just something that I've always dreamt of. Having a convenient camera now is something that I ultimately prioritize rather than having to set up a lens and a Rode mic. And also being more discreet with a point and shoot rather than having a massive mirrorless camera or on a tripod or something like that. I value a lot more convenience and being discreet than I used to. So having a power shot, adding that last summer, I do believe, or late or last autumn, I cannot remember when I got this camera, but it was last year. Something that I just loved. I took it to Europe with Haley when I proposed recently. I know everyone congratulate us. Thank you. Standing ovation. My life is amazing. Look at me, I'm engaged. But it was a perfect camera to take on something like that with the flip out screen. It has a power zoom effect, which is something that I've also used for work B-roll. I think I've taken it out to a handful of games, nothing crazy, but being able to have that kind of camcorder zoom effect is also something that is really cool. So adding a power shot, it doesn't have to be the Canon PowerShot V1 or something really nice. It could be a Sony ZV or a, what's the one that Alex Earl uses? The GX3 or something like that. Those things are amazing as well. Now they're kind of expensive because they've got the built-in flash. That's one thing that I wish this one had but didn't. The discussion for another video. But adding a point and shoot camera, I think, is something that every content creator should do. Even if you can get it hand-me-down or if it's a few $100, I think it's a really useful tool to have in your camera, especially if you want to shoot behind-the-scenes content, if you want to make your life simpler, and if you want to just have a camera body you can whip out whenever and have it ready to shoot in 3 seconds. Now, the fourth piece of gear that I've added to my camera bag in the last year is this little small rig Hotshoe to screw mount. There are other forms of this with like releasing plates and stuff like that you can utilize, but this is just a screw mount, and the reason that I like this so much is that I can mount my 360 on top of cameras and on top of things, handles and whatnot, to get that kind of all-encompassing behind-the-scenes look and just a different look in general. And just the ability to put really anything with a screw on top of a camera is useful. Whether that's a GoPro mount or another camera such as a point and shoot camera or an iPhone mount that screws in, having the ability to do this is very useful, and this is pretty cheap. This one's a nice one, it's very durable, all metal, but this is something that I use to shoot behind the scenes, day in the life of an MLB videographer for our YouTube channel last month, and it was really useful in doing that because I could just talk to my 360 camera, and when I'm actually working, being able to just hit record on that 360 camera and have my mic rolling, it was just great workflow. But something like this is a piece of gear that I recommend for almost every videographer or even photographers. And the final piece of gear that I have recently added to my camera bag is this soft hard drive case. Now, I'm sure if you are a videographer or you've been shooting for a while, you have a ton of videos, which in turn requires a lot of storage, which in turn requires a million of hard drives. Now, I probably have, I don't know, 25, 30 hard drives or something like that from over the years and accumulating them. And I've only been doing this for like 10 years. So I imagine some of y'all might have more, but basically this is just a pretty simple concept, right? Like you have these things where you can put bigger hard drives or wires. I use it to store different types of wires, but you can also store like a big kind of hard drive in there if you really want to. And then there's also this other component where I store, you know, 2 of the active hard drives that I'm working on, another one that is currently attached to my laptop over here, along with a couple more wires. And these things are great just to keep all your active hard drives in one place. You know, if you're flying or traveling around, keeping track of your hard drives in your suitcase or your camera bag, wherever you keep them, is vital. So being able to store them all in one place is awesome. Highly recommend some sort of hard drive case. I got this soft one. I used to have a hard one, but the hard one was just a little bit kind of unnecessary in my eyes, and it didn't fit in a tight space or a small camera bag like I wanted it to. So I use this one a little bit more because it's got a little more storage as well. But that was 5 pieces of gear that I have recently added to my camera bag that has helped me become a better content creator and videographer. If there are any questions about any pieces of gear that I talked about in this video, comment down below or DM me on Instagram at PeteChuck. I try to reply to everything. That being said, I hope y'all were able to gain some value from this video. Make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see y'all in the next one.